A woman never belongs to you. It's just your turn. Of course her parents don't have a problem with me being black. She's past the wall. Get your fat ass off the couch, start lifting weights, and learn game. You're welcome.
So you got drunk at a frat party, then fucked the football team? You're not a rape victim, sweetheart.
You're a slut. What's up, guys? It's your man Donovan Sharp, and welcome to this edition of The Sharp Reality. Visit donovansharp.com anytime for additional content, such as screenshots of text messages and text exchanges I've had with girls. You can check out some of my best work on Return of Kings, as well as the complete archive of all of my episodes. You can also find the archive right here on YouTube. You can find it on SoundCloud as well as iTunes. Sign up for my weekly newsletter to stay up to date on all things Donovan Sharp related, and be sure to bookmark the Amazon link on my homepage to support the show at no cost to you. And if you have any questions, comments, show ideas, or stories you'd like to share, go to the contact tab on my website and drop me your thoughts. And of course, you can always follow me on Twitter at Donovan_Sharp. Make sure you like the video if you get something out of it, and if you enjoy my content, guys, definitely subscribe to my channel. I just crossed the 1,400 subscriber mark, which isn't a big deal compared to some of the other podcasts or YouTube channels out there, but we are definitely growing. So if you like what you hear, if you like my content, subscribe to my channel. That would greatly help. Early on in my red pill renaissance, when I had first started out in game, I figured something out almost by accident. And what I figured out was that if you ask a woman, if you're out on a date with a girl or out on a meetup, if you ask a woman if you ask a girl what kind of woman she is, she'll tell you exactly what she's looking for in a man. So, and this is sort of a trick that and again, I accidentally stumbled onto this. It kept happening to me because that was the standard, I was doing the standard date questions again. It was early in game. I was still a fledgling player at that point, and I was tweaking my game, learning different things, but every single time I asked these girls what kind of women they were, they would tell me these things, and it was none of it was ever true. But what I figured out was that they were giving me a blueprint. They were giving me the blueprint of the kind of man they wanted. One girl told me she was huge into fitness, but it was obvious by looking at her that she wasn't. She wasn't fat, but I mean, she was a little chunky, but she wasn't fat, but she wasn't in the greatest shape either. She was actually one of the lucky ones. She carried a little more body weight, but she was proportionally proportionally aesthetic, or how could I put this? Proportionally, she kind of had the hourglass figure. It was a little bit thicker, but again, I could tell that she wasn't as huge into fitness as she told me. One girl told me that she was competitive and mentally strong. Another girl, this is funny. Another girl actually told me that she was sadistic. Well, the fact that she told me that she was sadistic told me that she really liked rough sex. And to say that she liked rough sex was an understatement. Listen, guys, this bitch, she liked being slapped. She liked being choked. She liked being bitten, called names. I'd spit in her face. I mean, I did every vile, degrading thing to her. I mean, this girl lived for being treated like absolute dog shit during sex, and she seemed to relish in being just used as a toilet. I mean, the girl was unbelievable. She had mental problems, which were obvious. But the point is that when I asked her what kind of woman she was, she said that she was sadistic. Well, what she wanted, what she meant to say, like all women do, is that she is attracted to men who are sadistic, who enjoy punishing women physically. The point is that when women describe themselves to a man, they are telling you exactly what they want and need in a man. They are telling you what they're attracted to. Now, different women have different preferences, but they all go about looking for it the same way, which is describing themselves like the man they want. I'll give one example I can give you. I think it was last summer, right around this time, I wrote an article on Return of Kings about how the life and times of O.J. Simpson confirms red pill truth. And in that article, I pointed something out that Robin Greer, a friend of Nicole Brown's, said when she talked about why she thought OJ was attracted to her, this is what she said. She said, quote, "There was something about Nicole that was almost unattainable to OJ, something he couldn't quite control, and I think that was part of the attraction." And it was so funny because at that point, I mean, I'm red pill aware. I know exactly what she means. Robin Greer and of course Nicole, they were attracted to men who were uncontrollable, men who were wild stallions, unattainable. And Robin made that obvious by describing what she thought OJ's attraction was to Nicole. Now, OJ was attracted to Nicole because she was hot. It had nothing to do with her unattainability or her ability or her lack of ability to be controlled. No, OJ controlled her every move until the day she died. In the dating market, in the sexual marketplace, women are getting this particular aspect completely wrong, and it is because of feminism. Feminism, the media, social media, everything around them tells women that it tells women not to get married right away and to focus on their careers to ensure financial stability, gain some status, get some assets. They tell women to sleep around in order to become experienced and seasoned and to get it out of their system. Well, guess what, guys? That's what women are attracted to. Women are attracted to older men who have experience with a lot of women who are financially stable. Feminism tells women that this is what men are attracted to and that these women should follow this line of thinking and that these women should follow this and women follow this line of thinking blindly. Then at 38 years old they're asking their friends, "Well, why am I still single? I have a career, I make great money, I'm experienced in bed, I'm well traveled, I have this, I have that, and I'm still single." The funny thing is that their friends lie to them and they'll say things, "Oh, you're such a great catch, it's their loss, Mr. Right is out there he's out there somewhere," knowing full well they're wondering the same things because they're in the same predicament as their friends. The point is that sexual attraction is not symmetrical. The things that make women attractive to men are different than what make men attractive to women. Women think that sexual attraction is symmetrical, but it is not. Women are attracted to, obviously, we know that women are attracted to men who are physically and mentally strong. They're attracted to men who are financially stable. They're attracted to men who are experienced with women and know how to handle and manage them. What they don't realize is that men aren't attracted to the same things they are. And as far as men go, men can say whatever they want, but we don't want women who act like men. And again, the world tells women that men are attracted to women who act like men, but we aren't. We don't want women who are competitive. Christine Leahy, who is on with Colin Cowherd, I've done a podcast about her. She was on the radio the other day with Jason Whitlock, and she says, "Yes, I'm extremely and highly competitive," but she never played organized team sports. She was a cheerleader. Okay, okay, there could be cheerleading competitions, but basically cheerleaders, yeah, they're competitive with how many football players they can get fucked by. If they're competitive in that way, then yeah, I can see why she's highly competitive. But there's not a competitive bone in Christine Leahy's body. She is where she is because she's a beautiful woman. No shade on Christine Leahy, but she didn't get to where she is today by being competitive. She's a pretty woman who can string two sentences together, who knows how to follow a man's lead. That's why she is where she is. Men, we don't want women who are driven the way we are. We don't want strong women. We want feminine women. Okay? We want women who act like women, girly girls. Females these days, they misunderstand what real female strength is. They think that female strength is the same as male strength. They think that we admire the same kind of strength that we as men admire. Female strength is a woman standing by her man when he's going through a tough time. She's there to support him, to prop him up, to let him know, "Hey, you know what? You're going through a tough time. Things will be all right. What can I do to help?" That's female strength. Female strength, real female strength, is understanding and accepting the fact that even though her husband may have cheated on her a few times, that he still loves her and that it's about sex. That's not easy for women to do. All right? Women who belong to men of high value, they get cheated on all the time. And it sucks, man. But they understand that men of value are going to cheat on them, but they also understand that it doesn't mean that he doesn't still love his wife or his woman. It's not easy for her to live that down, and it takes real female strength to stick by her man even though she knows that he is or has been cheating. That's female strength. Real female strength is restraining themselves from indulging in random sex with random men. Sluts are extremely weak-minded. They're doing what's easy. All right. It's easy for them to go out and get dick. It's easy for them to be sluts. They are weak-minded individual. They have no restraint. They have no discipline. So being a slut doesn't take any effort. It's weak. Quality women have real female strength because they're doing what's not easy, which is not devaluing herself by being a slut. And trust me, guys, in this day and age, it is very difficult for women not to be sluts. Listen, man, we can slut shame women all they want to, and they know the difference between right or wrong, but any woman who is not a slut, and there are not very many out there, but a woman who is not a slut, a woman who doesn't take the easy way out and indulge in the sexual debauchery that goes on in today's sexual climate, that's not easy. It is very difficult, and that takes real female strength. That's the kind of strength that we as men are attracted to. We're not attracted to the woman who can squat 300 pounds, or is overly bossy, or heads a department of 48 people, or is a diehard sports fan. We are attracted to women who look, act, and conduct themselves like feminine, attractive women. The bottom line here, guys, is that we're not attracted to women who have masculine qualities. But the problem is that women don't understand that. Guys, we've got women in their 40s who are honestly confused as to why they're still single. Then, in the same breath, she lists off all the qualities she has and is completely oblivious to the fact that all of the qualities she just named are masculine traits. All of the qualities she thinks she has are the qualities she wants in a man. Where the disconnect happens here is that men are telling women that they want these qualities, but women don't realize that the men who say this stuff aren't the men they're attracted to. Men who verbally declare and openly talk about how they want a woman who is feminine and submissive to him are the men that these so-called strong women really want. But these women can't put two and two together and take their cues from the men they're attracted to. So they're listening to the men they're listening to men they wouldn't fuck in a million years. They're taking their cues from men they're unattracted to, but not taking their cues from men that they are attracted to, but then wonder why they can't keep a man around that they're attracted to. There's the disconnect. They're taking their cues from the wrong people. Women have absolutely no room to complain because at the end of the day, like I said, they're taking advice from men they aren't attracted to. It's like taking financial advice from someone who's broke or taking fitness advice from someone who's fat. All right? It makes no sense to do any of that stuff. Yet, women continue to embrace a line of thinking that clearly isn't working, but they're too stupid and too stubborn to figure it out and acknowledge it, which is exactly why they need men who are red pill aware. That does it for this edition of TSR. If you liked this episode, guys, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to visit donovansharp.com anytime to listen to past episodes and check out additional content. Thanks for listening, guys. Talk to you next time.